Me, I think we are good to go. We are good to go. Right. You're welcome. And so, like the flyer said, if you all can remember, or if you just go back to look at what's on the flyer, you know, the major topic there is something that is very catchy. Not just catchy, there are things that are important that we don't know how important they are. We just look at them like, well, it's one of those things like advice, you know. Now, according to Stephen Covey, he said the most quality, the best thing you can spend your time on in life, on your priority list, are things that are important but not urgent. You get anything that is important but not urgent. You understand? And I'll give an instance of what that means. You know, let's say you know that being educated is important. Being a graduate of the university is important, for example. Yeah, but being a graduate, the first day you think or you have that thought in your mind is not urgent, but just that is important. So since it's not urgent, it will give you enough time to prepare to become a graduate, which means moving from the nursery to the primary to the higher, what do you call it now, to the high school to higher institution, where you do your from matric to convocation and then graduation, of course, your certification and all this stuff, right? So you see the process, right? Because it is important, but more importantly, the procedures, the step, the process is more important because the process that makes you become a graduate, not just becoming a graduate, right? Same thing with being a doctor, the same thing with anything, same thing with being a mother, same thing with being in a relationship, things that you need to build, things that cannot just happen just by the snap of the finger, things that, you know, it is important you build, you go through the process before it happens, you know, and they are not urgent. Those are the most important things you spend your life on. So most of the things we neglect, right? So that brings me to the topic of tonight's talk. What is the topic again? Building a mindset of a highly effective and independent individual. Now, if you listen to that word, a mindset, of course, how you program your mind, because whatever how you program your mind determines what you think about most times, and what you think about most times determines how you understand your environment and everything that comes with it. And how you understand the environment determines how you react to them. And how you react to them determines the result you get. So if you don't like the result you get, you have to trace it back to your mindset. Do you get what I'm saying? So mindset is a very important thing in life, you know. Two people can be looking at a donut. We all know donuts, right? Two people can be looking like a donut, and one is seeing the hole and the other is seeing the donut. So one is saying, how come this thing is not complete now? Why do they have to put a hole in between? Why can't they fill it up with all the bread and all the stuff? While he's still complaining, the other guy has bought his donut because he's seeing and happy about the donut. He's not minding the hole, that's the hole in the donut, you know? It's mindset. Okay? It's mindset. Two people are running, both of them fall off the way, maybe, of course. One just say, oh, I'm gonna quit. Oh my god, this is hard. Oh, this fall is too hard for me. My God, look at bruises all over my body. Will I kill myself? No, I beg. Life is to be enjoyed, not to kill myself. I won't stress myself. I beg. I not die before. I didn't die after all without doing this thing. Now, one will fall and say, wow, I think this is an opportunity for me to learn how to stand up when I fall. So if I quit and go back, I will never learn how to stand. So let me take this up and stand. It's mindset. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of mindset you carry, but what matters is your mindset supporting the kind of dream that you want? A lot of us want a lot of things, but we carry the thought that does not go with that thing that which we want. A lot of us want freedom. We want things. We want to be big. We want to be great. We want to be rich. We want to be recognized. We want to be respected. We want to be honored. We want to be followed. We want, we want to be a mentor. We want mentees. And you know one thing about leadership? Leadership happens when you have followers. And followers are not those who you force, you coerce, or you scared into respecting you. Followers are those who willingly gave up that permission to you to be led. But people don't just willingly give you permission to lead them unless you drop values. Now, that brings you to the part where you have to what? Become a man of value, a woman of value. You see it now. So, talking about building a mindset, we're talking about a mindset is not something you buy, maybe you go to ShopRite and you shop for it. No. A mindset is not something you buy or not something you inherit. A mindset is not something that is given to you or you take by force. A mindset is not something you collect by demanding. A mindset is something you intentionally build. Journey of life and how you react to them, how you allow them to make you or you allow them to break you. Now, if they make you, you develop a set of mindset. If they break you, you develop another type of mindset. Now, whether you allow the breaking mindset or the making mindset, the question is, where exactly are you headed? Now, if you know where you are going, if where you are going will only survive or made possible by using the mindset of making, and you are carrying the mindset of breaking, it will be invisible to you and you think it's spiritual problem. And that's why you see people started suspecting every old woman around their area that, oh, that must be the witch that is behind a destiny problem and all that. You get so it's important, okay, to build. You don't, like I can tell you, not all of us cannot say wherever you are today, if you are great today, you are a valuable person today, you are a leader today, you are motivated today, you are inspired today, you inspire people today, you are someone who is self-developed today. I can tell you that 99% didn't get it from home. It's not like a home training per se. Maybe some background, natural, cultural training, but all that. But talking about mindset of a successful person, these and that we are now learning today, most of it comes by through our journey. We pick them up through our journey in life, isn't it? So you have to build those things. They are not there for you to just pick up. Now, how do you build them? How do you build them? Or more importantly, what do you do with them? So tonight, what I want to talk about is having a mindset that will make you a highly effective individual. Who is a highly effective individual? Is someone who don't just know, but who knows enough to act based on what he or she knows, such that it gives results that he or she desires. Now, whatever you know that you cannot act on, that cannot give you the result you desire, is a waste. That will make you ineffective as a person. Because you know the difference between being efficient and being effective. The difference between these two things. Efficiency means you know how to do the job. Effectiveness means the job gives you results. Result is effectiveness. Doing it right is efficiency. Meaning you can have someone who knows how to speak good English but cannot communicate. You can have someone who knows how to trade, know all the name, know everything, but doesn't get results. And at the end of the day, a beast trader is one who makes more profit, who builds house, who buy cars from the profit he makes from trading, not the one who do all the candles and all the strategies. The same thing with everything in life. So tonight, we want to talk about how you can be highly effective as a person, number one. And lastly, be an independent person. And we'll talk about independence. We'll talk about in all ramifications. I mean, independence at a level whereby you are self-sufficient. You can find solutions to your own problem. You can recognize your own problem. You take responsibility for everything that happened to you, whether good or not so good. You become accountable to people, to yourself. Let me tell you something I learned. While growing up, actually, I issues personally. Now, do you know why? Now, in my time, I was born in the late 70s, right? In my time, if you are skinny, if you are slim, like today now, people appreciate people who are slim. For people pay money to be slim, right? Now, those days, if you are slim, people avoid it like this. Oh, look at. But if you are robust and fast, people like, oh, look at that big bouncing baby. That word bouncing baby boy came from that ideology of, oh, any baby that is fat is actually healthy. They eat well, they feel well, and all that. Those days were not now. We used to think being big means wealth. Being fat, robust means wealth and health. Those days. So me, I used to be very slim, bony with I had these two bones on my shoulder, I had broad shoulder and all that. And those days when we dress, we wear shoulder pads on every dress. So you can imagine how I would look. Very funny, like a caricature, right? So now, because of that look, it makes me feel somehow when I go out. I want to sometimes wear like two dresses, so like two shirts in there inside just to look a bit big. When I go wear my school uniform, I want to be like just put all these things on. Now that actually affected my self-esteem, made me like a sharp person. I never felt good about myself going out and all that. You get now in line of doing that, it affected every other thing about me. You know. Now being that way, changed like took a lot of opportunities from me. You get because of what I thought of myself. You get what I'm saying? So now imagine even if I knew that being slim that time is a crime, yet I believe that I can just determine how people look at me. That is the thinking of independence. You get, which means my personal feelings about myself is not determined by how people feel about me. You get what I'm saying? The same thing about business, the same thing about ideology, the same thing about everything you do. Being an independent person means you believe so much in yourself, you're self-sufficient, you can find solutions to problems, you can be responsible, you can be accountable, you can be reliable, you can be dependable. You get. Now, how did I cure my self-esteem problem? Do you know what I did? I started doing things for people that will make them say thank you to me. I'm telling you, that was the first way of getting self-esteem. Anything you do that makes people say thank you. More people say thank you to you, it makes you feel like a superhero. You feel like a super Ted or Superman, isn't it? You feel like, man, I'm the one that just at least I did something and this person saying thank you to me. So meaning I'm dependable, isn't it? Now, these are the things that makes you feel independent as a person, right? So tonight, for you to achieve all of this, you need to build such mindset. So that's what we want to talk about. But before we go into it, I'd like you to know that there are three stages in life. Okay? There are three stages in life. The first stage is the stage where you are dependent. Now, for you to achieve this mindset, that's where I'm going. For you to achieve this mindset, you don't just become independent overnight. You have to first of all be independent. Dependent. That's dependent now, without the IN. Now, that place that needs to rely on somebody else's idea or somebody else's strength, somebody else's experience, somebody else's knowledge to get to that part. For example, a lot of us know a lot of things today that probably we learned from a teacher or coach or somewhere. Today we are not expert in that thing. At that stage of learning, you are dependent on them. Whatever knowledge they feed you with is what you get. That you know that you can do also teach that thing. At that level, you already become independent. Now, so meaning after being a dependent person, the next phase is you become independent. After learning so well, deep yourself in learning and getting deep. Make sure that very first thing is how to move from being dependent to independent. Now you can do things yourself without the help of another. Now you can prospect yourself without the help of another person. Now, when you now do that, the best part is now interdependent. Now that's the part where every independent person comes together, put ideas together, work together, feeling the weakness for the other person. Your strength is my weakness is my strength, isn't it? Now we'll put together, remove all the weaknesses, substitute it with our strength, and come together as a team and build something formidable. But without dependent people moving to independence, they can never be interdependent. And for you to move forward in life, you need the interdependent, not independent. But just that you have to move from the first phase to the second phase to the third phase. Now, talking about all of this is exactly what being effective and independent person. This is what it means and how to get it. Okay. Now, first thing first, the question is why should you go through all of this? Why do you want to be independent? Why do you want to be effective? Why do you want to learn? Why do you want to have knowledge? Why do you want to be dependable? Why do you want to be a leader? Why do you want to be influential? Why do you want to work hard on yourself? Why do you want to go through all this stress? Why can't you just sit down and just enjoy life the way it comes? Why can't you just sit down without goals and aspirations? Why can't you just forget about hustling and just sit and become dependent on people's wealth, or just being stagnant? Why can't it just be staying there, staying poor? Why? Because of one thing. And what is that thing? That same thing I just mentioned. Because of your why. Everybody must have a dream. Now, I sent a video to the group. If you watch that video, out of the 44 people I have here online, if you watch that video, can I see you put a 5 in the chat box? Now, I expect 44 fives in the chat box. But many will be called, few will be chosen. If you watch that video, can I see you put a 5 in the chat box? Everyone, every single one of us that watched that video, I want to put a 5 in the chat box, because that's where we're starting from. Maybe we'll understand better from that angle. Oh, okay. 5 in the chat box if you watch that video. Out of 44, we have 19 people that actually watched that video. That video was about 10 minutes, 11. That's way lesser than seasonal movie, isn't it? But that video is a life-changing video. In fact, let me read something to you. And I know that person probably is in the house here. Let me read something to you. See, let me tell you something. Success. Sometimes you read the lot of books looking for a secret to success. Sometimes we go through a lot of trainings looking for a secret to success. Sometimes we pay for a lot of courses just to learn how to succeed. But let me tell you, in all those things that we search for, maybe it's one word that you're actually waiting for to be successful. It could be a sentence alone that will change your life and be successful. It could be one video. It could be 6 minute video. It could be 10 minute video. It may not even be a lifetime course. It may be just one 6 minute video that will change your life. Now, let me read something to you. I would have shown it to you, but I didn't prepare, and I don't want you to see the name of the person. So I just want to read to you, okay, this person's conversation after watching the video. Now, I want you to listen. Coach, thanks for the video. I actually said I will quit once my sub finishes this week. Having lost over 450K, but this video taught me something, that what if I'm running away from my greatest opportunity? Imagine. I don't know if you hear that. Let me read again. Coach, thanks for the video. I actually said I will quit once my sub finishes this week. Having lost over 450K. But this video taught me something, that what if I am running away from my greatest opportunity? As soon as this person said that, I was more. See, you see, sometimes some people will ask you, hey, people ask me that question, hey, you inspire people, you motivate people. Can you please tell me what exactly motivates you? You that you are motivating others. Or are you telling me you don't face challenge? And do you know my answer to such questions? My answer is, my motivation lies in the lives of those who are motivated or who are inspired, and they get inspired so much that they give feedback with their success story, or with their with a change of mindset to be successful, with their determination, to actualize their dreams. When I see things like that, it makes me want to continue doing more. So that's actually my own motivation. Is it that I'm invisible? No, I face my own challenges. As a matter of fact, sometimes I get discouraged too. But when I remember those who I'm representing, then it motivates. Now look at this person. This thing that this person posted to me tonight gave me a boost to even want to do more of this. That's exactly what can change anybody. Video. I know, so those of you who have seen it, I'm not going to be narrating the whole video, but I'm just going to pick out the lessons that are the reason why I wanted you to watch this video, right? Curtis, his name is Curtis Martins. This guy is one of the most successful athletes in the United States. As you all know, in the United States, the number one sport in the United States is basketball and NFL. That's football league. That's National Football League. That's the kind of football where they wear helmets, where they wear this gear, jersey with shoulder pad. You know, they run around, eat themselves, and some the other guy will take the ball. They call it touchdown. We run so far and go to the other side of the opponent and make the ball touch on their ground. They call it touchdown. This guy broke the record that have never been broken before, and is one of the most successful. Until tomorrow, is the greatest of all time. Courtesy. His name is Colin Martins. Yeah, and I want you to quickly go after this. You can go and read about him if you want to. But the point is not even his name, his achievement, or whatever it is representing today. But the lesson I want you to pick from his story is this. If for those of you who watch the video, what started the whole issue was done in his interview. Imagine someone who is the greatest in a particular area in life, and they ask him that, hey, tell us about your achievement, you know, as being the best of all, blah, blah, blah. And this person opened his mouth and said, football was never his thing. I think that thing that is even the greatest in, that thing that he even represents, that is even the best in that thing. Yet he's saying that thing was never his thing. He never loved it. People were shocked. They said it's a lie. Do you know what you're saying? You are the best of the best. You did well. Nobody have ever beaten your record. How come this? Do you know the story? The story which you saw was this guy actually accepted to do football as a way time killing, you know, number one. Number two, also as a way to make enough money to buy a good house for the mother who have suffered in the hands of the father for years. Endless beating, threatening, and three, a way to do what he has actually been dreaming of, to help children who have been suffering in the area in the United States. The kind of suffering that he went through, where they have divorced, you know, parents up in the street selling drugs, killing themselves. He's always had a dream to get a place, build a place where he can orientate, help, and support them. But all of these things need money. Guys, his destinations, his achievement, his destination, his aspirations in life are those things that are so painful to him. He needed those things badly to get away from the pain. And because he was looking for a way to get out from the pain, he pursued football as a way to escape. And he said something, he said, anytime he's in the training, anytime he goes for training, because the mother actually told him that he go there and stay there till night. So by the time you're back home, everybody's already asleep. You don't have to mingle with the bad guys and you don't have to put your life at risk. So his going there was not to go learn football, or not because he loved football. His going there was to escape the bad neighborhood, to escape death, untimely death, to escape the mother being beaten to death by the father, to escape the mother suffering for life, to escape from the harsh neighborhood, and also to escape from being poor that would prevent him from helping children who are suffering the same thing from him. So his own reason for being the greatest of all time in that football was not because he loved football, was because he was running away from his pain, all the pains of his life. Guys, your pain can actually spur you to greatness. Your pain can unlimit you. See, there are a lot of you. See, you know, as I am here, a lot of you chat me, and when you chat me, all you talk about is your limitations. Oh, coach, you know, I've attended all the sessions. Every more, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everybody makes win. They win when they trade. I always lose. When I do demo, I win. But when I go to myself to trade on real account, I lose. In fact, someone already agreed and accepted the mindset. You know what the mindset? She told me this morning. She said, Coach, actually, you know, I found out something. I don't think I can trade by myself. So what I do is I will always wait for someone to call trades for me. And she said, you do know what reason? She said she have checked it, and she said it like she has made a research and it's confirmed. It's a theory. You know, she said it like boldly like a scientist or someone who is a researcher, someone who is like a professor in that field. Now, if she was talking to someone who's a newbie, that person will accept and buy that idea and probably go with that mindset. You know, and I won't blame her because that's exactly what she thought, you know. So she said, Coach, that you know, I've found out that anytime I use demo to trade, I analyze well and I win. And because it's not my money, maybe I do well with somebody else's money. But when it's my money, I have this fear and I lose trades. And so I see that some people are not meant to trade. Let me just some of us are just wait for people to call trades for us that they will make it. That is a mindset of settlement, settling for less. But you won't know. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's supposed to be a pain. It's a pain actually losing money. People, see, let me tell you, I've lost money. I've been there. You don't want to know how much I've lost, and I've made so much too. But the days of losses, sometimes I feel like, sometimes I'm telling you, I've thought that way too. I've thought that, is it that maybe I'm jacked, like I'm just, or maybe a jinx, or if village people that, like we always say. But you see, that is a pain. Losing your money, trading is a pain. Talking to prospect and them telling you no is a pain. Talking to people to join you and they're laughing at you is a pain. Trying to get your ranking the next month, not getting it is a big pain. But the question is, yes, it's a pain. Pain happens to everybody. But the question is, what does your own pain do to you? Does it limit you or unlimit you? Does it unlimit you like Curtis Martin, who, because of his pain, imagine he was born in a house where everything was sweet and comfortable, probably would have been greatest today. He would have just been an average son who probably graduated from college, get a job, and give birth, and complain about the economy, and train his children like that, and they complain too, and they just live a normal life. But today is greatest of all time. That his story became, you know, an inspiration to people who don't even know that he doesn't even know. People who are from Nigeria, he doesn't even know we exist. He had to be called on a big stage where he was inspiring people all over the world. He even said it that I've done things I'm not proud of. But he could have been in jail, he could have been wind up dead, be the gangster, let his pain to suck him in, but he allowed his pain to push him hard. The pain was so painful that it made him so strong. The pain was so painful that it made him so mad, made him so hungry like a lion that was captured in the jungle and put in a zoo. You know the difference between a lion that was captured in the jungle and put in a zoo and the one that was raised in the zoo? The difference is the one that was raised in the zoo is always friendly because he doesn't know the difference. He doesn't even know he's a king because he has never lived like one. He was born in the zoo. He was born to be used for showbiz. But the one that was a king in the jungle and captured will always be angry every day. Don't get close to such a lion in the zoo. He will bite you and break. You always thinking of breaking that cage because he knows it's not meant to be in the cage. Let your pain be so. You can get mad. It's okay. Get mad. Cry. I'm telling you, it's okay. See, cry about it. Worry about it. Be crazy about it. Be bitter about it. Be angry about it. Let it make you crazy. Don't let, in fact, let it make you have sleepless nights. Let your pain make you count the ceilings every time you sleep. Let your pain be so dealing with you that you don't have time for frivolities. You don't have time for Netflix. You don't have time for Big Brother nonsense. You don't have time for so many things. Let people say you are boring. Let them say you are too hardworking. Let them say you don't enjoy life. All those things at the end of the day, you see, let your pain unlimit you. Don't let it limit you. Let your pain broaden your horizon. Don't let it limit your horizon. Don't say I cannot trade. I don't know how to do it. It's difficult. I don't think I can do it. It's a pain. The essence of you having the pain is to push you forward. Pain forward. Don't pain backward. Pain it up. Don't pain it down. How many of you have ever experienced going to the gym before? Well, do you know when you start gymming, you never like, of course, you know what happened the first day. My God. The first day you try to go to the gym, by the time you get back, you will not just have pain, you may even develop fever. Now, that is a test. Some, they fail that test. You know what they do? Severe pain. Some will go and use analgesic, start taking treatment. The moment you do that, you have destroyed that process. You have been defeated already. But you know what you do? When you have a pain from severe pain from exercise, you let that pain you. Stay with the pain. Don't do anything about it. The moment you do something by taking analgesic, you can take your bath, have a shower, stretch more, but don't treat it like a sickness. The moment you do that, that's the end. You keep having pain. But live through the pain. It will only take you for 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week. Some people might took me about a week. Do you know what happened the next week? No more pain. And that's you have broken through that barrier. But most people let them quit. Many people have quit. Now, when people quit IM Academy, I laugh. Some people they quit business, they quit trading. Now, if you quit a business that can give you millions of dollars, like today, imagine some people made $400 a day today. I did 17.3% today instead of 5%. Some people did even more. Probably some did a bit less. But either way, we're all moving forward. And it's in dollars, right? But do you know that if I have left this opportunity, I would have even become so good at trading myself, not talk of raising my money from wherever it was to where it is now. Guys, I'm a family man. I have 3 kids with a wife, and I live a good lifestyle. and I have people depending on me. But do you know what? I don't do any other thing. This is what I do full time. So how am I surviving? So if I can, who cannot? Do you get? Not talk of someone who is not like you still have enough chance, then you quit easily. Because if you quit this, you're going to be quitting a lot of things. Nothing is easy. Can you sit around your friends, listen to them and hear their complaints? I mean, I have people who work even in the oil industry. Do you know what they do now? They all quit their job and then they run to Canada. They run abroad. So if it was so good, why would they run from it? People are running everywhere. The question is, how long will you have to run? Quitting is not the answer. Pain is the answer. Pain. Expect it. Anticipate it. Don't run from it. Use pain as your power, as your weapon to become great. Like Curtis Martin. Like you. Like every other leader. Every time they fail, they look for the reason why they fail. Every time you trade and you have a lesson, you know why we call it lesson? Not because it's just a name. Some of you think it's just a name. No. Anytime you lose the trade, you need to stay. Don't go. Don't leave that trade. Go back to that chart. Check everything. Check why you lost the trade. That's how you get better. So next time you won't lose the trade like that again. You may lose another way, but not that way. Because the moment you know why you lost that trade, you avoid it next time. The same thing. So in life, you look for opportunity to be pained enough to move. I'm going to use this last illustration about your dreams and pain. Guys, imagine, I want you to picture what I want to tell you right now. Imagine women and men of like 60, 70 years old who are arthritic patients, meaning they're already getting old and they have arthritis and all that, put up in a room, and they were all in this room. And this room only have one entrance and one exit. And then, apart from that, there's another window that leads to the balcony of like 2-story, like 2 floors upwards, like 2 floors here. Now, do you know that it would be crazy for you to ask people of those ages to jump from that balcony down floors and to jump from there to the down floor, right? Right, guys? It would be crazy, right? Asking old people, I mean, such in that category with arthritis and all that to jump, right? To jump down from the 2nd floor downstairs, right? Now, but guess what? If you want them to jump, if you want miracle to happen, if you want to see what they call real miracle, right? Imagine like 10 guys dressed like Boko Haram with big guns. I mean, the guns that you've never seen before. Shooting everywhere, shooting up rapid, and they are coming towards that room. Remember, only one door leads in, the same door leads out. No other way apart from the window. Now, what do you think will happen if everybody see people coming through that door and they are coming and they are announcing that we are coming to kill everybody they meet in the room? That is the day you'll see when miracle happens, where you see 50, 60-year-old jumping from that up straight down. Do you know why? Is it that when they jump, they will not be wounded? Is it that they may not be bruised when they jump? No. See, let me tell you, they know that they will be wounded. They know they might even break their ribs, their legs, they might even have fracture and all that. But do you know why they run? The fear of death is greater than the pain of bruises, the pain of fracture. They will with the fear of death will make them forget the pain of bruises and fracture. Until you have something so strong that you are so determined to achieve in life. And that thing, if you don't achieve it, there'll be a pain that will come up for it in the future. That is when you will stay put, when you see a lesser pain of trading or lesser pain of prospecting. You understand? You stay put and want to destroy that and want to become better. So to avoid the bigger pain that may come, pain of regret, right? Before we come to this session, your dreams is not really have to be, my dream is to build a house, buy cars. It is a good dream, but the question is why you want that house? Why do you want that car? Some of you say, I want to buy a house for my mother. There's a reason. Probably you know that your mom has suffered so much for you to become who you are. And when she grow up, when she's living, you don't like it. That is a good pain. So when you say you want to buy a house, then that house is tied to something that is more important, not just to buy a house to show off. Do you get? Now, guys, talking about that takes me to this next part. Now, what do you do about it? Now you have a pain and you want to achieve this dream so you can avoid that pain. How do you do that? Many times we attend the overview and we talk about the cash flow quadrant. Cash flow quadrant. Now, the cash flow quadrant, sometimes, if you are not careful, most of us, in as much as we talk about it, we may end up being in the cash flow quadrant on the wrong side of the equation. Now, what is the wrong side of the equation? We all know already. The employee, the self-employed. And why are they the wrong side? Those two are on the wrong side because everything depends on them for money to come in. If you don't resume your job as an employee, you will not be paid. If you don't open your shop or your office as a self-employed, you will not make money. That is why it is the wrong side of the equation. The right side of the equation is business builders and investors. That is the right side. Why is it the right side? As a business builder, it depends on system. It depends on people. People work with you or they work for you. The system operates these people. You don't need to be there. The people follow the system. So this is what you do. You create a system. The people follow the system. When they follow the system, money is made and you take the bulk of it. Do you get it? So whether you're there or not, the system is there working. The people are there making things happen. Contribution of talents, contribution of knowledge from different people, contribution of time from different people. You know, if you put in 1 hour and you have 100,000 people putting in 1 hour, you earn on 100,000 hours, not 1 hour. You know, so that is what they call leverage, right? So that is why business builders or building big business is the right side of the equation. Then investor, your money work for you. You have enough money invested in different places, real estate, digital currencies, stocks, futures, all these places, put your money here and there, government bonds, and you get residual income every now and then. Your money will go out there, work for you. You take the profit or the royalties, then you buy luxuries, isn't it? Now, guys, this is the plan for this academy. The plan the academy have for us is exactly like that. For most of us, when we come to the academy, we don't build it the right way. We end up acting like an employee because an employee is that person who keep doing the same thing over and over again without having a day off, or any day he has a day off, the business will collapse. Same thing with the self-employed, right? Now, but if you build it the right way, and what do we mean by the right way? When you talk about the right way, you think about having I don't know if you have listened to. There's a video which we call the parable of the pipeline. Sorry, a book. Okay. Now the parable of the pipeline talks about when you build a pipeline that will connect. No, there are two people. Let me just give you the short story of it. Two guys. They sell water in the village. Now, both of them used to fetch water from the neighboring village, bring it to the next village. Now, when they do that, they make a lot of money. They made so much money that they were building houses. But the problem is they don't have enough time to live in the house because a lot of demand on the water. They go fetch water every day. They make a lot of money, but they don't have the time. So they have to be the one fetching the water, right? So one day, one of them thought of it and said, hey, I'm going to stop fetching water. Instead of that, let me spend my time to build pipeline. Let's do this together. The other one said, the time you spend on building the pipe, most of our customers will be looking for water. What do we do? So I'm not in for that idea fetching my water. So the other guy continued fetching water while the pipeline guy said no, he will continue building a pipeline. Yes, as at the time the guy was building his pipeline, he was building a pipeline to connect water directly from that village to his house. So people can come to fetch water by themselves in his own house instead of going to supply water or going to another village. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it will take him to spend money. Yes, he will not be making money at that moment he's building a pipeline because he doesn't have time to service his customers. The other guy was making money while he wasn't. So who's the fool at that moment? People will say the pipeline builder is the fool, right? But guess what happened a few years after that? As soon as his pipeline was done, he was able to connect the village to his own house. The water comes directly to from the next village to his house. The other guy will have to walk miles to fetch, while he will just sit down in front of his house. People come to buy water. He turn off the tap. They fetch. They pay him right there while he's sitting. He became rich. He had time for his family. And then the other guy became old, fragile, doesn't have enough strength to service people again. People started leaving him and started patronizing the other guy because it's easy for them to get water instantly instead of waiting for the other guy to come back. He became broke. He became poor, and he died a poor man. The other one died a wealthy man, left the water for his children and the next children and the next generation, and they have water for life. It's exactly how the cash flow quadrant is trying to build you. That's the mindset behind cash flow quadrant. The mindset is build a business. What is the business we do here? Our business is trading forex. Our business is IBO. Those two things. Now I want you to listen carefully. This is science, and you want to listen at it. I say science because it's technical. Now, what is our business here? Number one, trading forex, making dollars every day. Now, sharing the news of how you make dollars every day with friends and families and strangers, most especially. And that news you share becomes money when they take decision to make money like you and trade every day and take dollars every day. That is IBO. You see it now. We start with first thing, trading to make money, trading to get profit every day. What you get every day, share the story with them. They come in and you make money. Now, the money you make from your trading, the trading profit, the money you make from the IBO, are they going to be making? Is that the money that will make you become rich or wealthy? I'm asking you this question now. I need your answer. Yes or no? The money you make from your trading and the money you make from the IBO, is that the money that will make you rich and wealthy? I mean, the money, is that the money you use in buying cars, paying for vacations, luxurious, fittings, 5-star lifestyle, celebrity lifestyle? Those money can pay for all of that, right? Good. No? Okay. Another person? Yes or no? Would that money be the one paying for all of this lifestyle that you want? The lifestyle of the rich? No. Good. So that will be your building business. Thank you. On the cash flow quadrant, building a business, the B quadrant, where you build business, that is what you do. When you trade and you make profit, when you recruit people, bring them in to teach them how to trade and make profit, you make money from IBO, all these monies are what business gives you. But the essence of building a big business is because to be an investor is the goal of the cash flow quadrant. But you can't be an investor without being a business owner because you need a lot of money to be an investor. For example, I was saying the other day, I had the last call with there was a day I did the call like this. I was telling you guys about a place, a private island on what they call it, Lachey Village, where you have buildings built in front of the beach, and people come there at night. People pay $1 million, sorry, 1 million naira per night and above, for the weekend per night. I mean, imagine. So let's say Saturday and Sunday, you can be making 2 million naira every weekend. But for you to have a land there now, they're selling land there at 25 million naira, and then maybe it takes you 100 million naira to build a kind of house that will house people, their family. People want to do parties, honeymoon, whatever they want to do by the beach side. You get now to have 100 million naira or 125 million naira, you need a business, not a salary, except you're going to be stealing, right? So you need a business, not, and when I say business, not self-employed business. I mean business, like business that you build, business that is built on people. You understand? Now, for you to make that kind of money, you need business. So that is where the forex comes in. So when you make money from your forex, imagine, guys, imagine. I'm going to show you at the end of the whole talk, the 90 days game plan. You can make even 100 million naira in a month. You understand? Just by trading, right? Now, when you make that kind of money in a month, or when you make even $10 a month, a day, and you make $100 in a week, or even $300 in a month, how many people do you think out there would like to make $300 extra in a month just by using their phone? How many guys? I want you to answer me. I mean, in actual sense, not just telling them what is not. I mean, tell them what you are experiencing personally. First of all, build yourself to make some kind of profits consistently. Everyone, everyone, that makes your business. So many. Everybody needs it. The best part is everybody can do it. Today, while we're on a training session today, I was on a training session with mothers. I was hearing baby crying background. And why the baby? Hey, one was saying, hey, no, don't beat your sister now. Okay, give your sister this. Why she was saying that she was taking treat and she was clearing. Hey, give me the food. She was clearing, taking treat. You see, the other one has a toddler who is about 4 months old. The toddler was crying. She was taking care of the toddler. She was clearing trade. She was making money in dollars while taking care of the toddler. Come on. Why? Because of the power of forex trading in IM Academy. You can be a mother and be trading. You can be doing number two, even as smelly as that thing could be. Why you are doing number two in your toilet, you can still be clearing trades. Don't worry, the market will not smell anything. The market doesn't even care. Gives you your money. You can be anywhere and trade. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody wants it. Now, because everybody wants it, everybody wants to join you if only you know how to communicate your story. But how can you communicate a story that you don't even have in the first place? That's why you create a story by being patient, learn how to trade, be disciplined, soak yourself in, trade, make profits, and learn how to tell the story. Then more people will come. When you now do this, you make money from trading, you make money from IBO. What do you do with that money? Invest. Start investing. And do you know why I love IM Academy? They give you everything. Now we have SFX Academy, which is the Stocks Futures Academy. the exchange. So now you can make money from trading, make money from your IBO, and invest in stocks. Make money also, invest in digital currencies. Make money also, invest in NFT, where you make money today. You can do long-term investment, short-term investment, make $700, $1,000. We have all of these things packaged in one opportunity for you. Come on, what else are you looking for? And you don't just have this thing, you have honest people, educators who are doing the same thing. The worst thing is the most difficult thing to get in this life is having leaders to lead you who are actually walking the talk. I mean, who are walking what they tell you to do, who are doing what they tell you to do, and they have done it successfully. You hardly see what you see is fake people on YouTube, fake gurus on YouTube who tell you 1,001 ways to make million, and they don't have million. They are relying on you buying their courses for them to make their own million. Come and buy my book, 1 million ways of making million. You know, they don't even have the million. They are relying on you buying the book before they make their own million. You don't want to listen to those guys. You are in the right corner. Do you know one thing? If you are going somewhere in life, you need to go with people where you are aligned, just like a car. If the tires are not aligned, there's no way to move fine. And if it doesn't move fine, you know what can happen? Disaster. Tear wears out, tire will wear out, and many things will happen, isn't it? So this academy gives you everything like that. And you can now even invest in real estate. Now, all those investments, the features, the stocks, the digital currencies, the NFTs, the real estate that you invest in, they will now give you profit. And that profit, you can buy your luxury. That profit, you can take yourself away from that pain. You can buy your mother that house. You can take care of those projects. You can take care of those people you want to take care of. You can take care of yourself. You can school abroad, not on waiting for on loan or student loan or buy or all the scholarship. Guys, you can even become a citizen of any country in the world. There's what we call citizenship by investment. You don't need to go and take all this long process of, I want to buy. All those things are nonsense. You can be here right now. Yeah, you buy into government bonds in big countries, UK, United Kingdom, Europe, anywhere you want to the world. So long you have the money, buy into government bonds. They give you citizenship by investment, which means they will send your passport before you even leave Nigeria. You become a citizen before stepping out of the country. How sweet and honorable that is. Guys, everything is possible. But then you have to be possible first before possibility become possible for you, isn't it? That is it. So I'm talking about your dreams can be made achievable for you if you use the cash flow quadrant for yourself. But cash flow quadrant is not about just making money. It's about the mindset behind it. The mindset of what you have to become.
Sure.
Look at the migration. Guys, if you look at what it takes, let me ask you a question. Some of you, say the truth. For those of you who have been in this academy for like 5 months, are you the same person that used to be 5 months ago in terms of your personality, your confidence, ability to lead a team, ability to be responsible for someone? You see, it is, thank you very much. You know, thank you very much. Personal growth, you can't buy it in the market. You can't learn it in the school. It can't be taught anywhere in the world. Even motivational speaker cannot teach it to you. You have to experience it. Now, what is experiencing? The bridge between not knowing to knowing. For long you didn't know when you joined this academy before. You were once a mentee to someone before. Today you are a mentor. For you to have crossed that bridge, you can cross any bridge. The bridge between discouragement to encouragement. There was a time you were discouraged. Do you get what I'm saying? There is a lot of things you have achieved that you don't know. And those things you achieve is not really money. Money don't come first when you go to academy like this. It starts with building you, the personality in you. Because at the end of the day, you will misuse the money. The money will not make sense because if you give money to a fool, it will just be foolish. The person will be foolishly rich and foolishness kills the person. But when you give money to the wise, of course, the person will be so wise and rich, and that wisdom will make him become richer. Do you get it? But some of us came foolish, but you won't know. How would you know? You'll be tested. And when you're tested, you stay put to learn and seek the lessons, catch corrections, and become better. When the money comes, you really become someone that you actually never thought you could become. Today, many of us are talking here. I'm talking to you. I never knew I could even talk like this. But necessity will force you. When hunger hits you from behind, discouragement hits you from the left, people pouring insult on you from the middle, your self-esteem is being destroyed by somebody else, you'll be forced to get up and become better by all means. If not for anything, to correct their emotion about you, to prove them wrong that hey, it is not who you think. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes don't just think I've lost money, I'm quitting. Are you so poor that all you think about is money? You think money is not success. Let me tell you something. Money is not success. Money is not really achievement. Money is just a calculation of achievement. Money is how you measure achievement. It's not the achievement. The achievement is not in the money. Achievement is what you become. What you become is what will attract opportunity that will give the money. Now, how would you know that you have become something great? Is when you start making money, you know that, oh, my personality is attracting money, meaning I'm successful. It's not that the money that makes you successful. After all, an armed robber makes money, a thief makes money. So if money is what you define by success, so what difference have you made in your life if money is the judgment? Are we together? Guys, so now you need to what? You need to focus on your personality. Now, why is this important? Because for that to happen, for your prosperity plan to be in place, this intentional building of yourself is very important. Let me tell you one thing I do. Anytime I lose a trade, I just ask myself, how do you feel? I feel terrible. I mean, when you lose big money, oh, I feel terrible. Then I'll say, good. That is a test. If you're asking God, oh, God, I want to be great, God will not make you great. Oh. He will give you opportunity to be great. You know that? He won't give you greatness like, oh, take it like a gift in the envelope, wrapped up in the envelope. No, it gives you opportunity to be great. And who are those they call great people? People who conquer great challenges. Is it not so? If you like Mike Tyson, they will tell you, oh, Mike Tyson is the greatest of all time because he received punches and he punched back and he won the match. Isn't it? People, you know, your favorite football player is not because you love him, it's not because of his name, it's because he scored a lot of goals. So imagine he didn't score any goals. Would you know him? He'd probably be on the bench for life. Do you get what I'm saying? So all of these things are things that are intentional in life, right? Now, to build a success in this academy or in any success at all, there's one simple principle that you must imbibe. Now, and that is what the principle of KISS, KISS. I don't know. Many of you must have heard that before. KISS. Now, I know KISS means like you're thinking about lips to lip stuff. No, I mean, KISS in this sense means always keep it that's simple and short. Anything that you want to use, any system that you want to use to succeed, even if you are someone who is technical and intelligent, don't build a system based on your own intelligence. Don't build a system that is so complicated or so difficult. You understand? Always try and imagine you know nothing, bring it down, keep your system so simple and short. You know why you need to do that? So everybody can duplicate it. Because in network marketing, in our type of business, anything that everybody cannot do is not done. So it's not about what works, it's about what is duplicable. It's about what you can duplicate. Anything anybody cannot, a new person cannot learn in 1 week, don't do it. Look for the system that is simple. And I tell you, your success will move even faster. Now, so the result of all of these things that I'm talking about now is to build you in becoming a great leader. You understand what I'm saying now? Now, I don't want you to be all those kind of motivational guys who read leadership skills 101 and they become leader all of a sudden overnight. You know, I used to know a guy when I was during my service in Akwa Ibom. You know, I was batch B 2001 that time. Now that guy was Akwa Ibom, yeah. Now this guy every now and then Tuesdays and Thursdays he talks about financial literacy. He teaches people how to be financially prudent, how to be that, you know. Now after my service, I became I was looking for a job, so no job. So I started designing PowerPoint for companies to do presentation and all that. So I happened to meet this guy. I meet this guy, and then I met him. I started designing his PowerPoint. Do you know what I noticed? Every time I would see him in Mr. Biggs, he would tell me, let's meet in Mr. Biggs. Instead of meeting in his office, when I ask him, George, why? He would tell me that his creditor are in his office. People is holding and pursuing him everywhere. But this same idiot will go on TV and teach people how to be financially literate. But he is financially bondaged. That's a lot of people. Those are the kind of leaders we have today who read books and then all of a sudden they become a leader. They type of person. No. You want to become a real leader that have practiced something, become successful, and teach that same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, to do that, it takes a stage of building, and that is the stage you are all in now. Your leadership, your patience will be tested. Your what's it called? Your discipline will be tested. Your loyalty will be tested. Your integrity will be tested. Your care, how compassionate you are will be tested. How gratified, how grateful you are also will be tested. A lot of things will be tested because all these things are a recipe to become a good leader. So all these things you are going through now, don't think is bad or is only designed for you. Some people always think challenges are something that is specially designed for some set of people. No, we all go through it. It's how we react to them that matters. Those are the only different things, right? So I want to tell you something. This particular thing I'm talking about now, becoming a leader, will lead me to something important. And I want you to pay attention. If you have some jotter or pen, you need to just jot. Because, okay, thank God it's recorded. So I always say this that I also may forget because I'm not talking from any book. I'm just talking from my ideas, right? Now, guys, there's what we call the art of becoming. The art of becoming. You know, becoming is very important in life. Let me tell you something. Before, I used to be a very negative person. I used to be an introvert. I used to be cynical. I used to be just angered. My situation, I transfer my aggression on people. That is why I never get to work in a particular job for too long. As a matter of fact, during my youth service, I worked a while. After my youth service, I worked for a few months. I just realized that working was never my thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my reaction, I was so just negative. I was not just the dry person you want to stay with. As at then, until 2002, I stumbled upon the book Think and Grow Rich by accident. You understand what I'm saying? And then I started seeing things. After that, I saw a book, How to Influence Friends, then Magic of Believing. All these things started coming. Before you know it, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Before you know it, I entered network marketing in 2003, 2004. And then I never liked sales. Anything that will make me to talk to people, and they will say yes or no, I don't like it because I hate rejection. And God pushed me to suffer. God made sure I didn't get a job. I tried. I didn't get a good job because God wanted me to go in this direction. And what I fear most was what God pushed me through: sales, network marketing. You see it now. I was running from those things, but today, those were my biggest talent today. Do you know that people don't actually know what people ascribe different professions to me? Sometimes they ask me, are you a medical doctor? Are you this? Are you that? Because I know almost subject on everything. Not because of maybe I studied so hard in school and all that. No, because of my experience in those journey that I never wanted to take before. God forced me to take those journey. Now, do you know how? He made sure I was poor and hungry. And the only option I had was to move forward. And the only path that is there is the one that I refused to go before. And today I'm enjoying who I've become. Do you get what I'm saying now? The art of becoming. Now, did I make money? Yes. Did I get some achievement? Yes. Now, what is the reward of that? What I became in the past? The reward was anywhere I go to, God help me in the way that they recognize me. Maybe I become a leader and I enjoy some reward. Like all the countries, I've traveled a lot. All the traveling that I've ever had were free of charge. They book the hotel for me. They do this free of charge, going for trainings or trainings. Now, the reason they gave me this was not because of my certificate. After all, I studied a very boring course, which many of you may not even know today, because nobody would have gone to that kind of thing to study and all that. But the person I became all through that life, that I was going through all those things I don't want to do. Like I don't want to sell. I hate rejection. I don't want this. I don't want that. Those things that I said I didn't want to God, that I was praying to God, that God, I don't want this. I don't want. It was God, all the things that God designed for me to pass through, and those things became useful that make these people to see these things in me. And because of that, I get all those gifts, all those fine rewards that I get even till date. Do you see what I'm trying to build for you? The art of becoming. At the end of the day, I thought my success was buying the car or getting that house, which I got eventually. No, at the end of the day, the person I became as Ismail, the things that I realized, the pain I went through that made my skin so thick, the things that I saw, the things that I learned from different people by going into sales, the things that I learned from people by building relationship because we're in a relationship business, all those things made me. And that thing is what attracts success to me. And that's exactly what will attract success to you: the art of becoming. Now, talking about becoming, guys, I want you to write this down. The day you signed up into this academy, there are three things you became that you didn't know. or probably you didn't realize. And because sometimes we don't realize that, we fail those areas. The moment you sign up in this academy, you became three things. If you get that, I want you to write three in the chat box. If you heard what I just said, write three in the chat box. You became three things the day you joined this academy. Put three in the chat box if you get this. If you really hear what I'm saying, put three in the chat box. See, most of you are becoming professors without knowing. But you won't know that until when you start speaking to people who are not in the academy. They will be like asking you, what has changed? Something has changed about you, and it's a good thing. Good. Now, what are those three things, guys? Now, this is part where probably you need to write. This is the part you need to write. You see? Because I always say something to people. I said, when you do something, make sure you do things that is not tied to just salary or to profit. Make sure it's something that will help increase you such that your value will be increased in the marketplace. Now, did I say your company's value? Did I say your money will increase? No, something that increase your own value, you as a person. I mean, you, Favor Onwakba, you, Dami Ogunkomi, you, Basit, you, Janet Money, you, Chairman Chris. I mean, all of you, your name, Glory, you, Naomi, you, Marcelina, and every one of you, Abidoye Jumoke, and the rest of you, just you. I mean, you without a certificate, you without any money to your name, you without your family inheritance, you without your surname, you without nobody, just you as a person. I mean, you in a minute, you just talking around some people and they attracted the way you think, the way you talk, your contribution, and the way you compose yourself, your stance and demeanor, the way you everything about you is the value in the market. It is not your certificate, neither is how much you have. Kunajinda, can you all understand me? Now, these things I want to mention are three, right? Number one, the day you sign up in academy, that day you became an entrepreneur. What did I call it? Entrepreneur. Now, most of you be hearing, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. And you think, oh, entrepreneur is just somebody who starts a business. No, entrepreneur is not really about the title. It's not a title. It's a characteristics of kind of a behavioral pattern. It's a characteristics of someone who is rugged. But I'll make it simple. Let me make it simple. Who is an entrepreneur? Who is an entrepreneur? See, an entrepreneur, I want you to take this word now. There are key words you need to take from it. An entrepreneur is someone who, okay, and also as in would like to start new things, who believe in himself to start something, who believe in startup, who believe in taking that risk, that to do whatever it is that he believes in. Now look at that word, risk, entrepreneur, risk. They take big risk. They accept responsibility. They take accountability. If their business is going down, they know it is their fault. If their business is going up, they know it is them. They don't blame the next guy for their problem. If they are selling bread, they would look for whatever means to make sure customers see them. An entrepreneur is someone who has a shop selling something in the midst of other people who are selling the same thing, yet he creates market for himself. An entrepreneur is someone who has bad days, yet he never gives up. He keeps looking for ways to make himself better so bad days can become good days. An entrepreneur believes economy cannot stop him. An entrepreneur believes disability cannot stop him. An entrepreneur believes neighbors, mere as in dream killers cannot kill his dream. An entrepreneur will always take charge, take lead, they take risk. Do you get what I'm saying? So the moment you join IM Academy, you stop becoming a baby. Your age doesn't count anymore. You become mature. You become an adult. You become like an entrepreneur. That's just it. That's the first thing you become. Okay? And what is the main characteristic of an entrepreneur? What is the main characteristic? And I want you to write this down. It's very important. The number one important characteristic of an entrepreneur is independent thinking. I want someone to help me to type that in the chat box. Independent thinking. An entrepreneur does not wait for people to help him get out of trouble. He quickly swings to action to make sure things work out fine for him or her. An entrepreneur don't cry if business is not working out. Rather, he sit down and think. Even if he will deny himself sleepless nights, he will keep researching until he finds reasons, ways to make sure the market sells, to make sure the business moves. They don't complain, don't whine, they don't complain. You know, independent thinking. An entrepreneur don't get discouraged. I've heard this so many times. Coach, my upline is discouraging me. It's one discouraging me. It's not helping me. You know, my upline is not really helping me. It's not there for me. It doesn't have time for me. An entrepreneur don't say that. An entrepreneur don't even care because he believes he's the owner of his own business. He believes he's not running the business for anyone. And coach, nobody's teaching me how to trade. That's why I'm quitting. Are you a baby? Even baby self, when they give birth to baby don't wait for people to teach them how to walk. A baby will see you walking, they'll be so curious, they want to try to stand, they wobble, they fall. They stand, they wobble, they fall. Later on, they stand, they walk, they fall. They stand, they walk, they fall. Then later on, they stand, they walk, they don't fall, then they try to run, then they fall. Then they start, just like that. Before you know, they start running without even thinking about it. Even a baby do that well. How much more you, an adult? Independent thinking. And also, an independent thinker can never be discouraged by another person. An independent thinker does not join an opportunity because the person. An independent thinker does not join an opportunity because somebody is there. An independent thinker does not sign up with an opportunity or leaves an opportunity because somebody is leaving. Because everybody will answer their father's name at the end of the day. Nobody will pay your bills with his own name. No matter how much someone means to you or so great, at the end of the day, it's about individual's dream. Your dream cannot suffice his dream or her dream. You don't think or let people think for you. You don't go this way and you let someone distract you for his own personal reasons. If somebody has his reasons for living, it's his personal reason. The day I was signing the form, I didn't see anybody. I only saw my dreams. The day, everything, you have to be independent. That's just what I'm saying. You don't let people influence you wrongly. Have a clear path while you join. Make sure you stick to it. Stick to everything that you need to get to your own destination and answer your bus stops. Before you know it, you'll be on somebody else's bus stop. I don't know if you have seen this before, especially in Lagos, where there's thick traffic, and then you are driving, and then you get to a spot, you are trying to take shortcuts. You see people taking that shortcut, you follow them, and then you follow them, and you keep following them. And there's this particular car you keep following without asking questions. You just assume this guy is going your way. And when the guy gets to his gate, and then you are confused. Especially, you are now following the guy to the extent that you have gotten to a place you don't understand, and that guy is actually going to his own house, which is not your own destination. You are now stuck. Then you start asking people from there, how do I get back to this place? Has it happened to anyone before? That is what happens to people who are not independent thinker. You keep following till they get to their own destination, and then you are left alone. And then you start retracing your steps, and you waste a lot of years following people's thinking. No, you have to be independent thinker, an entrepreneur. 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 The next person you became the day you joined this business, listen carefully. The next thing you become or you became the day you joined this business is you became a business builder. Somebody should type that in the chat box. A business builder. Who is a business builder? A business builder. Look at the name business builder. A business builder is somebody who believes in starting small but thinking big. A business builder is someone who builds something one at a time. Remember the day you joined this opportunity, you were alone, just by yourself, thinking, how would I succeed? And then you talk to some people, and then you became P150. Now you have 4 people in your team. Then you became P600. Then you have some 9 or 12 people in your team. Then all of a sudden you became P1000. Then you are now responsible for some group of people. And then you created another 1000, another P1000. Then you are P2000. Before you know, you're P5000. My brother, if you can do that, you can build anything in the world. I mean, you can build even the walls of Jericho. A business builder is someone who is so patient. I mean, who is so patient enough to build something so small to a very large thing. You get to a very large thing. Enough, as in, do you know that building is something that is starts with the mind before it becomes reality? It's just like you're building a house. Do you know that someone said one time, He said, the strength of a house is in its foundation. Okay? The structure is in the building, while the beauty is in the roofing. Do you get? Now, if you're a business builder, you don't see yourself, let's say you are one now, only you in the team, you are the last guy in, you don't have anybody yet in the team. You don't see yourself like that. You see yourself as a P5000. And do you know why it's good to see yourself like that? When you see yourself like that, you start being responsible for someone and something. You start wanting to take the call in the group. You want to do the launch call, even when you don't have your team yet. Because one thing about life is when you learn, you look for an opportunity to teach. Because teaching makes the learning stay put in your head and give you dynamism, different ways of presenting one thing that you have learned. So you won't be talking in a monotony way, like only just talking like a robot that is being programmed. Do you get? So building a business takes patience, and that patience is actually the virtue. So now, what is the main characteristic? What is the main reward of building or being a business builder? Guys, you want to know? That is passion, passion, passion. Write that, passion. Remember, an entrepreneur is independent thinking. A business builder is passion. It takes passion to be patient enough to build something that will not give you profit from the beginning, and later, knowing that later it will give you profit. I'll give you an instance. A farmer is an example of a passionate person. Now, remember, if a farmer wants to harvest, before they can harvest, what do? They need to have a land. They need to put what they call, they need to do fertilization of the land. Do you know all these things take processes and years? They put some manure on the land to make it fertile, right? Then after that, they do the tilling of the ground. They do the excavation, what do you call it? No, irrigation, where they bring water. They have to go and drag water that will supply in the land. All this one is still preparation for just the land, not even the seed. Not talk of the crop, not talk of the harvest. Now, when they are done with all of this, then they get the seed. After that, they plant the seed. And after that, they start nurturing the seed, depending on the type of crop. Now, I want you to notice something. That's annual crop, sorry, the kind of crop that grows in 1 year, annual crop, right? It takes 1 year, which is the fastest, right? Anything 1 year and below is called annual crop, right? Now, a biennial crop, which is the 2 years kind of crop, right? Anything that is 2 years type of crop, the kind of crop you grow that germinates after 2 years is called biennial, right? For those who did agriculture, you know that, right? Then the last one, the perennial crop, is the one that is above 2 years. I mean, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. But you guys know that the longer the years, the more expensive the crop, the richer the farmer. But the longer they wait, the more patient they become. I hope you get that link, right? The longer the years, the more patient the farmer will be, the more expensive the crop will be, the more richer the farmer will be, isn't it? But they have to be very patient. So if you want annual crop, no problem, you make quick money. If you want biennial crop, you make some money. But perennial, they are the richest. Now, how deep your network determines how deep you want your network, determines how long you are ready to build and how strong you are willing to build, and which determines how much you are willing to make and how long it will be for you. So it is pari passu. It's not something for nothing. It is something for something. But for you to be that patient, to build something that will not be giving you money from the beginning, it takes your passion. How much passion do you have for helping people? How much passion do you have for even being independent? How much passion do you derive from building something from nothing to something? How much passion do you derive from helping people to move from disparity to, to greatness? Do you get what I'm saying? This is what a business builder is. Now, if you catch this flow, put a one in the chat box because I'm seeing the kind of like the old chat box is freezing. I don't know. Like everybody is frozen. Are we frozen? Is this snow already? Is this snow in town? Is this snowing now in Nigeria or in Ghana, Tanzania? Come on, man. Kick out the snow. It's summertime, guys. I need warmth. Yes, put a one in the chat box. The last but not the least person you became the day you signed up with this opportunity. And this is very important, guys. The last one is you became a team player. The day you joined this opportunity, you became a team player. Who is a team player, guys? Who is a team player? Now, I want to tell you something about team player. You see, a team player is someone who is selfless. A team player who worries and cares more about the team win, not just their own personal greed or focusing on their own personal win. A team player does not matter whether this person is my downline in my team or not. A team player does not see. A team player thinks about win-win situation. A team player works with everybody who is willing. A team player wants to see everybody wins. Do you know why? Because what a team player derives, what makes a team player to derive a value is how much goals is willing to score. And when you talk about goals, let me tell you, your favorite player today is your favorite player because he scored a lot of goals. And the more goals you score, the more valuable you become in the team, the more money you make. Do you get what I'm saying? So being a team player is very important. And the only way you know a team player is not by their title, is by scoring goals. And why do you score goals? Your achievements. Each time you help somebody learn how to trade, you have scored a goal. Each time you each time you help somebody learn how to prospect, you scored a goal, another goal. Each time you give somebody confidence, you've learned how to score, that you've scored another goal. Each time you're willing to go all the way for the team, you score the goal. Each time you present the overview, you score the goal. Each time you present the launch call, you score the goal. Each time you appear when you are needed, you score the goal. Each time you invest your time, each time you're scoring those goals, you become valuable and relevant. Now, sometimes most people think, oh, what do I gain from this? Let me tell you what you gain. You become better and more. And before you know it, someday someone will see that talent in you, just like all these football players were recognized, were seen somewhere in their local league, and today they become international star. But what if they were not prepared? They were prepared because they kept scoring goals even when nobody was looking. They kept scoring goals until their goals called the attention of the onlookers. And out of the onlookers, there's one this important person who will connect them to their destiny. And that is why. So imagine they said, "Oh, I'm not ready to score goal I'm going to make until someone will discover me. Then I know that when I'm scoring goal, I'm scoring for money, not just scoring for fun." All these guys you see today were playing for free. Michael Jackson, sorry. Mike Tyson was a street fighter before he was discovered. All of these guys who play football today were playing in the street. Michael Jordan, the basketball player, all these guys will play in basketball court for free. They play for colleges for free, for scholarship. All these things were just small things. But they never look at what they will get. They look at what they will contribute. A team player is one who contributes. A team player is very important. That's why if you're a good team player, you don't dribble all the time by yourself. You make passes and make sure that the team wins. You don't concentrate on yourself alone. Do you get what I'm saying? So, guys, to round up all of this, remember, I said you became three things. How many of you can remember that? Number one, entrepreneur. And what is your key skill as an entrepreneur? What is your key feature? Your key feature as an entrepreneur is what? Independent thinking. Don't let people mesmerize your brain. Don't let people confuse you for their own personal gain. Take your decision based on your own priorities and your own dream, your achievement, your aspirations, and know why you joined this opportunity so you'll not be misled. Number two, business builder. A business builder, the key feature is what? Passionate. You have passion. Be crazy about what you do that you don't feel anything called discouragement. As in, you are too big and matured for discouragement. Look at everything you do and say, Satan, I'm over you. You see, the thing is this. Of course, you have a lot of things that want to push you back, but you need that passion, right? So a business builder builds with passion. So a key feature of a business builder is what? Passion. Then the last but not the least, team player. Be a team player. And what's your key feature as a team player? Scoring goals. You have to score goals. Goals, goals, goals. Set goals and make sure you achieve them. Team goal, personal goal, group goal, financial goal, and the ranking goal. All these are goals. The more goals you score, the more relevant you become as a team player. Okay, and the more relevant you become as a team player, the higher you earn eventually. You became these three things the day you joined. Now, my big question to all of you is, who are you? Who are you? Are you the three-in-one guy that I just talked about? Are you the entrepreneur, the business builder, and the team player, or you are the other ones? Which one are you? So if I say A, for those who are entrepreneur, business builder, team player, B, for those who are the other ones, which one are you? A or B? A or B? Everybody must respond to this now. Are you A or B? Are you the A or the B guys? A, good, good. Everybody's A. Now, I'm not saying you should not claim this, right? you are A. But do you know how we know A from now on? I want all your sponsors. See, if you see the name of anybody see here who is your mentee or in your team or your mentor, just look at them today, what they are representing. Henceforth, remember in biology, it's characteristics that make you to know what group this person belongs to, isn't it? Now, any day you think outside the boxes of entrepreneur, business builder, a team player, then someone will remind you that, hey, guy, are you forgotten? You are team A, the 3-in-1 team. And then you remind yourself, and then you finally find your trail and then go back to the right path. Okay? So if you want to be these three persons, you have to what? Learn how to be independent in your thinking, learn how to be passionate about what you do, and learn how to score goals by making sure that you contribute and you are selfless. And that brings us to the last to the end, the 90 days to freedom, guys. How many of you get excited how many of you are actually excited about this 90 days game plan? How many of you are excited about 90 days game plan? You see, let me tell you one thing about this 90 days game plan that you don't know. It's actually is beyond what you see. It's beyond what you see. 90 days is everything to you, my brother, sisters. 90 days is everything to you. Let me tell you what happens. And before me to say this, I need to go back again. You know me now, guys. I like calculation, right? And I've done this several times and I keep doing it to remind you. Because sometimes we need to remind ourselves. Every time you want to quit, you need to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Why did you even start this? Let me tell you, why did you start this? That's what you ask yourself. I've been in network marketing for how long, for God's sake? And this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. All the things that we wished we had in all the network marketing companies is exactly what we have here. It's exactly what you have here. Now, do you know that? Let me give you an instance. I was in one opportunity. I've been in many opportunities, right? Before coming here. Now, but the one I was before joining this academy, okay, I was one of the top leaders, okay? And before you get to the level I was, you would have I had over 18, about 23,000 people. Out of them, 11,000 were active. And my highest pay, monthly pay, my highest pay, I think so far was 1.8 million. That was my highest pay ever, right? And for me to make money on our products, I have to sell to people. I have to look for people who will buy my products. I have to talk to people. I have to do presentation. They are good things that I did because these things made me at least to present and all the stuff. But these are the things you have to do to make money, right? You have to, now, meaning for you to make money on the product, you need the permission of another person. For you to make money on product, you need the permission of another person. Do you know what I mean? Until a customer agrees to buy, that's when you make profit. And when you make profit, that's when you make money on the product. Do you get that now? Now, second, for you to make money in the IBO, I just told you how many people I had and the highest income that I made. Guys, don't mention the name of a company. Don't worry. Don't mention any name. Okay. Now, the highest income I made was 1.8 million, right? Yes, I traveled. Yes, life and health coach. Thank you. I traveled. I did this. I did that. But what did I get from it? Now, guys, do you know that when I came into IM Academy, you know, I realized how sweet it is to make money on your product without having another person to be in charge of the decision. I realized what it means to make money on your product without having to sell somebody to join. I mean, without having to sell something to someone to give you money so you'll be able to make profit. Now, do you know that there was a day I took a gold trade and in less than 3 hours, I had 2,033 dollars, and that $2,033 became 4,740 USD, which is millions in 3 hours. I've done 22,500 USD in Bitcoin in 12 hours. I mean, from DCX. Today alone, 17.3% on binary, on our day-to-day goal. In fact, every day is always multiplied by naira. You see that what we're talking about is a lot of money without begging somebody to come and buy, without convincing somebody that they will die tomorrow if they don't take this product, without telling somebody that their kidney is dancing Yahooze, that they need the product to calm it down. You know, do you know what this means? I look fresher. I have honor now. I like honor is very important. You know, when you get to the point where you have to beg people to buy, they price you, they talk to you sometimes, anyhow, they post you, they owe you money. You sell product, you don't get your money, you look for them, frustrate, and your colleagues even undersell the product. There's a lot of there's a lot of nonsense thing that's associated with all of this thing. Yet, and I join a company whereby my product is in my phone, not just educational. What is stupid educational courses that you there are a lot of online courses I can buy. People are buying online courses. And do you know the funny thing? I've done it before now. Do you know the funny thing about online courses you buy? Most of the people that write those courses, they don't make money from them. They make money when you buy those courses. They don't make money from what they teach. They make money when you sell those courses. When they sell those courses, when they make money. Let me give an instance. I'm sorry, I'm not really mocking anyone. Do you know that most of the people that teach Forex on YouTube, they are not actually making, because I look at you, first of all, I look at where you are presenting from. Somebody is teaching you a strategy that will give you $1 million into YouTube in Forex on YouTube. And look at the room he's presenting from. It's like just a normal room. He's wearing, as in everything is just ordinary. He doesn't have a lifestyle to show to you. A new car is just bought. Do you get? Or somebody is teaching you how to make money from NFT, but he's telling you I've made $1 million, but they don't have the life. We can't see those things. Somebody is teaching you how to make money from digital products. People just say things. Anyhow, person just come to YouTube and destroy and distract and take your money for nothing. They tell you they are selling courses that will help you grow. I have a lot of them as friends those days. These guys, they will be trekking, riding bike, but they will be going on stage to tell people that come and buy courses from me. My course will make you, I want to tell you 100 business you can do, start with 10,000 naira and become rich. All these things are nonsense. People are tired of courses. And let me tell you something today about business if you don't know. Business is about trend. Business is about present problem. Business is about solving. See, let me tell you, the present problem you have in a particular area determines what kind of business you should do. Now, those days, we used to be in the business of weight loss program. We sell weight loss programs to people. It got to a point, people started having different ways. They find different ways of losing weight without buying our expensive product that they have to use for very long time. You know, and the worst part is even those selling the weight loss program are actually obese. They need the weight loss program themselves. Somebody is selling skincare products in my company. They have pimples all over their face. Somebody is selling good health products. While they are telling you about the good health, they are sneezing and coughing. How long do you want to do all those nonsense? Because people are not actually representing what they sell. And people are so wise today, and there's a lot of competition today. Now, if you want to make money, you don't go into something that is competition. Come on, there's a lot of stupid courses free. In fact, let me tell you, all these online courses, so people are so tired that now they became free. You can download 1 million courses. I can't. Come on, we download even books that we used to buy expensive. Do you know how much I bought GoPro when it came out? The GoPro book, when it first came out, we had to buy it. We ordered it from US. Now today you can download it free of charge. You can download a lot of courses free of charge. If you want to learn about it, you can download free of charge. Do you think people will pay money to buy that from me? How many Nigerians are even patient enough to buy courses to learn? Ordinary IIM Academy that you subscribe and you are not just learning, you are making money. People still think about it, they still complain. Not talk of you buying a courses. Yeah? They will read and they will pay. They will buy the courses and read before they start using that knowledge to make money without guidance from anybody. And the worst part is even the person selling it to you does not even believe in what he's selling to you. Come on, how long do you want to fool yourself? Analysis is very important. Don't ever take decision based on your emotion. And the worst part of the network we have today, the discussion we have mostly today, is people telling you things, oh, you know, come in and lock position. Position yourself. It's new. It is new. It's stupid. Let me tell you how. It's not like getting married. You married a new wife. She's new. So what happened? Then the next month, somebody tell you that there's a new girl in town. And they say, okay, well, I need to go get married again. Because why? I want to join first. I want to be the first guy. I will still marry this one. She's new. Go ahead and marry. Come on. If your business is based on people who join first, then it's not business, because MLM business is supposed to be a business. You come in, you help others that are coming in after you to grow. So which means if you come in first and your business only reward the first comers, then the people that you are bringing in is to be used, because so you can get the reward. And then when you use them to get your reward, then you move to the next new one, and then the next new one, and then the next new one, until you are 70, you are still prospecting. Please, which quadrant are you? You are more or less like an employee who is working with government because they work till they are 65 and then they retire. Because the day you stop jumping from one network to the other, recruiting people, looking for a new company, positioning, by that time, you look back, nobody to follow you again. Guys, 90 days can be your lifetime freedom. I'm going to prove it to you. And luckily, you guys have seen a lot of action on the group. And you see, people have power. All of you are very powerful, but you don't know how much power you have until you decide to look inward and you decide to say it's enough. Now, so many of you have decided that it's enough, and look at what you are doing. See the post you put on the group now. Those days, what I see on the group used to be, when is Ken Vrimo coming up now? When is Bilimi is coming up? We didn't see Bilimi today. I have not made money. Oh. When is nothing? But nothing did not show. Hey, how am I going to make money? But now what I see on the group now is people posting their results that they take trades by themselves. They'll tell you, I'm done for the day. I made this for the day. Come on. Like it's coming from right, left, center. That is what they call movement. Movement, possibilities, discovery, self-discovery. We have moved from those days to nowadays. You get? And thank God for those who help us to move. Until you have fire under you, you will not jump. Isn't it? We need more fire like that. Now, let me show you something. I'm going to share my screen. Let me just tell you this is possible. Let me show you something. You already know about it, but I like showing it over and over again because I cannot stop showing them. I cannot stop showing these things. Okay, I can't stop showing it. This is my essence. This is what wakes me up in the morning. This is what gives me joy. Guys, this is what gives me joy. Okay? Now, let's go there again. Remember our plan, right? Guys, remember. Why are we doing this 90 days game plan? We are doing the 90 days game plan because it's going to serve us a lot of purpose. I'm going to tell you all the benefits. It's not tied to money alone. I'll tell you all the benefits of the 90 days game plan. But let me show you what the 90 days game plan is to people who have not seen this before. Let's start with the compounding. Okay, where is it? Okay, let's start with the compounding. Guys, let's start with the compounding. Now, guys, the idea of 90 days game plan is you join us. Now, you start with an amount of money. Let's say at default 100 USD. Now, for you to make this happen, and at least I think we have proven this to a lot of people. Many people on this group have proven it to people that it is possible. And it is possible. Well, what will make it possible are things that you don't need to use your money to buy. They are free things. Like one of the books I read in those days, it said things that you need to become rich in life are things that are actually for free. It talks about determination, discipline and all those stuff. So here now, what do you need to really make this happen? You need a cup of discipline. I mean, I'm giving you the prescription now. No, 2 spoonfuls of discipline with a cup of what? Of patience. Isn't it? And what do I call it now? Maybe capsule, 1 capsule of belief, the belief system. Okay? When you have these 3 together, I tell you, you will get there. Now, let me show you what we mean. So the idea is you start now, you need to have knowledge. You need to learn. You need to be present at every time. Whatever, we are using the market trap strategy, right? You need to learn this thing. If you don't get it right, call a coach, we have a lot of coaches who know this stuff. You see their results, right? Call them, ask them, let them see you do it, and they will show you where you are going it wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Now, you start with 100 USD, for example. This is the motivation, right? Now, your goal is to get at least 5% a day. It could be more, but we're looking 5%, so to make it easy, simple. Remember, KISS. Keep it simple and short, right? So everybody can duplicate. So we're doing at least minimum getting 90 days, right? Now, 90 days, it can be 6. Are you going to be withdrawing from this money? At least you have to discipline yourself for that moment. Just go with the 100% no withdrawal. Come on. You've been on earth for more than 4 months. I don't know how many of us, apart from, well, I know people probably are here who have made money, minus IM Academy, in 4 months, this kind of money, probably. But hey, if you have made it before, it's not bad when you make it again, right? But if you haven't, this is your opportunity to make so much money in 4 months. I mean, not just money, a money that will make you be free for life. When I say 90 days to freedom, I'm not just talking in terms of money alone. I will prove it to you. Now, weekends, no, you are not trading on weekends. Let's say you start today on the 9th, sorry, today, the 6th of September, 2022. What do you have in the 90th day? The 90th day, guys, this is what you have. You'll be having 8,073 USD, as you can see here. 8,073 USD, right? As you can see here. Can you see it? Now, when you deduct your $100, you'll be having 7,973. But guys, now, sometimes when I talk about this, I will tell you that, oh, okay, let's just say the days where you have losses, lessons, and all that. Let's say you didn't hit the real target. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's say you didn't even hit 8,000, maybe it's just 5,000. But do you know that it's actually a lie? Now, you know, these things I used to say it because we've not started. But do you know, since we have started this now, we know that we can even do more than this in 90 days. Let me prove it to you. I won't talk about I will even let's talk about my personal account. Now, do you know that, guys, the result I'm supposed to have on my day 30th, is it 30th day? Yes. No, on days 37. I already had it when it was day 29. 29. Now, I had lesson on day, let's say day 32nd, right? 32 days into it. That took me backwards. And yet, took me backwards right on time, as in I was still ahead of what I'm supposed to have on that day, 32nd. Let me give an instance. So let's say I'm supposed to have $10 on day 32, but already I had like $25, which are taking me ahead days that I've not even got into. And I had lesson that took me back to like $15, which I thought was a loss until I checked my compound plan and I saw that even that day I'm supposed to be at $10, but I still have the $15, which means I'm still winning. And the goal is not how much I make in a day. The goal is not how much I have in a month. The goal is how much I have at the end of 90 days, which says if I follow that plan that way, I will be having this. But I'm already having the goal of 25th day, 32nd day on the 25th day. And I'm not the only one. I have about 2, 3 mentees that when they had lessons, we calculated they are still even ahead of what they are supposed to have on that day. So which means, okay, like today now, some people had 17, 21% when they're supposed to have 5%. All these ones make up for the days of losses. So which means even this one is even possible. But let me be conservative. Let's say even if you don't get $8,000 or $7,903, let's say you only got, guys, I want you to look at this. Let's say you only make, okay, let's say you only make $5,000. I want you to see something. Let's say you only make $5,000 at the end of 90 days, right? Now, do you know the thing that this? Do you know what this means? Let's say you make $5,000 and you stop at $5,000, and this is your new balance. Do you know what that means? That means your 3% now from this 5,000 will be $150. That means for every trade you take, the minimum payout we get is 60%. 60% is 0.6. That means you make $90 on everything. And in a day, we take 3 trades to give us our 5%. That means in a day, you make $270. So even if this is where you want to stop, you can be paying yourself $270 every day, multiplied by 690. You are paying yourself $186,000 $186,000 every day. Let's say you do it for 4 days, Monday to Thursdays. You are paying yourself 745,000 naira in 1 week. And you do it for 1 month. You are paying yourself 2.9 million naira. What am I saying? Almost 3 million naira in 1 month. Guys, this is possible. But now, that is for somebody who wants to stop here. Now, let me give another gist. I'm saying 90 days to freedom. Now, what happens? I'm talking about the financial reward rate, right? I'll talk about other rewards now of these 90 days. Why is it important you get through with this 90 days? Just make sure you get through with this 90 days. Now, do you know what happens? Let's say you want to continue the next 90 days. Now, let me tell you the truth. 90 days means 4 months. Do you know why it's 4 months? Because the weekends that are not there, they make up for a new month. So it may not be 3 months, be 4 months. So 4 months of your life, you invest it just like somebody who went to learn apprenticeship about how to make cake. You don't make money immediately. You start learning how to make cake. If you're learning how to sew, what do you call it, fashion designing, you don't make money in those months you are learning. You spend money rather. But you believe that when you don't, you start trying to make your own money. So assume you are somebody who is just learning something, but you are making money, but you cannot touch it, right? So let's say your first 4 months, your 90 days, you have $5,000 at the end of 90 days. Guys, look at it. And you now decide that I want to go another 90 days. But this time around, look at the twist. I want you to pay attention. Another 90 days, but your balance now is starting with $5,000. Are we together? But this time around, you withdraw 50% of your money every day. You won't do no withdrawal. You withdraw 50%. Guys, see what happens in 90 days. Making 50% withdrawal every day. Let me tell you what you will get at the end of another 90 days, which means so the first 90 days take you 4 months, the next 90 days takes another 4 months. So which means in 8 months' time, you can build an empire for yourself. Now see what happens. In that 90 days, you would have withdrawn four, sorry, okay, yeah. You would have saved in your account. You will be having this one you didn't withdraw. That's the one you didn't withdraw in your VIPE. Sorry, 1 minute, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm changing my what's it called? My earpiece. All right. Now the ones you did not withdraw is going to be 460. That's 46,000. Sorry, 46,144. You have 46,144 in your account USD. Multiply by the naira, and you know what you have, right? But you would have withdrawn 41,144, which means while you are getting rich withdrawing every day, you would have withdrawn $41,000. Yet you still be having $46,000 in your balance, and the total money you'll be having plus the one you withdraw and the ones that you have in your account balance will be 82,288 USD within 8 months. Guys, you are rich for life. Now imagine you start this new balance for another 90 days. I don't want to go there. That means you are going to be super rich. But that is the financial reward. What next? The IBO. What happens to your IBO? In fact, you know the good thing about the IBO? Even your first week, just your first week, by diligently building this from first week. I mean, from Monday to Friday, moving your account from $100 to $200, from $100 to $500, or even in your first 2 weeks, or even your first month of your 30th day, just try and do it for IBO. When you achieve that, make a video, make it a video and promote that video and tell people you moved your account from this amount to this amount because you engaged in the 90 days game plan with your academy, and now you are now richer than before just within 30 days, and your game is 90 days, but you are now on 30th days. Now, who is willing to join you for the next one? Do you know how many people that will be willing to join you because you have good results for your 30th day? And when that happens, what happens to your IBO? The IBO explode also. And imagine when you have the 90th day and we celebrate that one, we'll do a very big event where we're going to be recognizing those who met their 90 days, showing people the amount they grew into and all that. Do you know how many people that will be willing to go for the next 90 days now? Then there will be bombastic momentum in our team. People rushing in now, begging you that please, I want to join this 90 days game plan, irrespective. Guys, that is the IPO reward. Then what happens to the personal development reward? Now I can unshare my screen this time around, right? Now, because I need to see you guys while I talk. What happens to the personal development reward? Do you know that while doing these 90 days, you learn a lot of patience, a lot of tolerance, a lot of reasons to quit, especially when you get your money to 1,000 USD from 100 USD, and then you learn lessons that took you back to 700 USD, and you feel like quitting that is too long, is too much, and then you summon courage and you keep building again, you go back to 1,000 USD. All of these things are training you, training your mind to be patient, then the discipline to keep at. You know, most of you are not disciplined. Me, I'm not even me. I'm guilty of that. Before I used to be very, very undisciplined. Like, but I think when you're talking about discipline, I should be chairman 750 in this. Or people are not really disciplined. Just like some people are chairmen and chairwomen in Blower Association of Nigeria. Like they can blow something. They can blow. Like they are not Boko Haram, but they blow something. They blow any now and then. They blow a refund. They blow. They can blow $10,000 in one day. And they know themselves. You know, These guys are so blowing, like they can blow anything. But this 90 days game plan, they are struggling to keep at it. And because of that, now they are now learning how not to blow. Do you get what I'm saying? They are learning how to use 3%. They are learning how to be comfortable with 5%. And gradually it will tame you and become disciplined. And for you to succeed generally in life, you need discipline. It will teach you how to be patient. For you to be successful in life, you need patience. It will teach you how to be tolerant. For you to be successful in life, you need tolerance. It will teach you how to be tenacious, how do I put it now? To be rugged, to be able to like go through anything and still survive. It will train your mind. You will never feel discouraged. It will build your mind on how to let go, and it will teach you on how to appreciate little. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things you will learn, and those things becomes part of you after 90 days. Because according to experiment, they say the first 3 months in the life of any new baby, the life of any new prospect, the life of any new person, the life of any new marriage, the first 3 months is very important because those are the lasting impression. So guys, when you do these 90 days, you're not just making money, you are making everything you need in life to become unstoppable. And with this few points of mine, I'd like to give you the last advice. Now, avoid being used as a tool in network marketing. As long as network marketing is a good business, you can also be used as a tool for just growing other people's business. And how do you get used? How do you know who is going to use you in network marketing? When the folks see, let me tell you, do you know how to know a bad person? If I tell you that, hey, come and join me in this business. When you join me in this business, if you have some people that you know, and when you talk to them, when they join, you make money. When they join, you make money. I keep saying that when they join, you make money. Then just run away from me because it means me too, I'm bringing you so I can make money. Instead of that, if you join a business where they tell you that, oh, when you bring people, we teach them how to make money. When they make money, then you make money. That's the right language, right? Now, the moment you have a business where they tell you, come on, it's urgent, come, first come, first serve, then it's not a business because it's only for first come, first serve. And when you have people who are saying, oh, this is the best before, and all of a sudden they say this is not the best again, now you ask them what is the reason, they don't have one cogent reason. The only reason they have is there's a new one and you be the first. They run away. How to know a leader who is not true to themselves is simply how they behave when they are falling. When a leader is falling because of something they did wrong in their business and they cannot sit down and learn from their fall and rebuild the right way, and they think, okay, the only thing is just, let me go. And then they're looking for people to use to grow and make money. No, come on, people are not meant to be used. You can use your car, you can use your clothes, you can use your tools. I am Academy have given you tools to use, but not people to use. They've given you market trap strategy to use. They give you the swipe point to use. They give you the swipe option to use. They give you a lot of things to use. Name them. Pickpocket. Name them. Simple scalper. Name them. Web slinger. Those things are enough for you to use. Come on, not people. You use those things well, make so much money, then teach people how to use them, but not to use people. Okay? Guys, be honorable. Have integrity. Don't let your personal greed make you turn into something else. And remember, be independent in your thinking. Don't get swayed by personalities or see, great mentors don't make great people. If anybody tells you that is a lie. See, if you have the best guy in the world being your mentor, doesn't make you a great person. It's your own personal decision that will make you a great person, which can be done even when the lowest person in the world is your mentor. You can decide to be, let me tell you, the person who introduced you to network marketing today, the guy who introduced me to network marketing today, did not even last a month in network marketing. Until date, God forgive me, I'm not mocking him. He's nowhere. In fact, this guy is over maybe about 47 years now. He's not even married yet. He's still going. I'm sorry. I'm just saying that the fact that he was my mentor that showed me network marketing does not mean I cannot overtake if it's too slow for me. So whether you be great or not is in your hands. So don't be thinking let people be thinking for you. Think for yourself. If you take a decision, make sure it's yours. I'm not saying you should not take, but make sure it's yours. Don't like me. If someone cannot tell me a reason why I should do something, and that reason must be reason for me, not because of that person, I won't do it. Life, everybody is selfish. Don't just be dragged away, guys. Think independently, put passion into your business, and make sure you are responsible for others. That makes you a real team player and that increases your value in the marketplace. And that makes you become a person who attracts success. You don't run after it, you let it come to you. That's why I like that name, market trap. Is a strategy that sets traps for the market for the long time, a very long time. Most of us have been falling in the market trap. The trap has been setting market for, the market has been setting trap for us, and we fall into it. You see a candle that is going like this, you think, oh, this is bullish, or you jump in, bam, and then start reversing on you, and then oh, Chineke, me, it's gone. You know, abracadabra. For the first time, they're giving us a market trap strategy, which is a trap we use in setting, which is set for the market, and you make money. Guys, let's be the hunter. Let's be the predator. Don't let us be the prey. Don't let us be used, okay? Let us use the tools, increase our value, increase the value of the people around us. That increases our value in the marketplace. That makes us be the leader that you want to be. That makes people to follow you, willingly give you the respect that you deserve without you asking for it. And that makes you leaders of influence. And when you have influence, you can control anything in the world, my brother, my sister. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Stay positive, stay upgraded, keep moving, keep getting better. And I tell you, we meet at the top. I believe in this so much. We can do it together. Love you all. Good night.